So we talked a little bit earlier about our fundraiser, the Community for Hope, and what they do and how they help the community. And we've touched on how this time of year can really be tough for some people. The reason we chose this fundraiser for this show was because there's been some activity in our community, in Oshkosh and the Neenah area, also within the troop. People that are having a tough time. It looks like everyone's great when they're up here, but once the lights go off and everything is turned on, we are just people. We are moms and dads and brothers and sisters, and we are people with parents that are in the hospital and that have conditions themselves, and it's really tough for a lot of people. Add on the burden of the financial burden that comes with this time of year, and things can seem really bleak. And for anyone who's ever, real quick show of hands, anyone ever been depressed or have depression? Right? Look around. Most of you. Almost everyone has experienced it at some point. And it's not something that you have to be ashamed of. It's not something that you need to be afraid to tell people. Every show I come up here and I say, hey, if you need to talk to somebody, call me, email me, text me. Anyone in the troop, we are all available. We are all available. We are one big family, and we want to make ourselves available to you, especially if it means you're thinking about doing something yourself that's silly. Talk to us. We love you. We do love you. Now, anyone who's been there, you just want to feel better. That's about it. You just want to feel better. And there's a number of ways that can happen, but the only way that I know how to make somebody feel better, and usually it doesn't really work that well, but the only way that I know how to make somebody feel better is to tell stories. That's the thing. I'm not a performer. I don't put numbers together. I don't dance because I am an awful dancer. I am the whitest motherfucker on the planet. You've seen me dance before here with no shirt on and no pants too. And it didn't go well. It didn't go well. So if you guys have a second, I'd like to tell you a story and hopefully at some point makes you laugh. Most of my stories are self-depreciating. My life, I have made some very bad decisions. I make them often, I make them early, I make them frequently enough that I can say that I've survived, but barely. I have a lot less money than I should have because of a lot of my choices that I make. There was a period of time when I was 27 years old, I think. I was engaged one time. I was engaged to a woman. She's going to see this. I'm just going to go on YouTube, I'm sure, and I apologize in advance. Her name is Melissa. For what it's worth, the burden of that relationship, I put 100% on me. I did then, but I do now. I was a horrible partner. I was. I'm not going to lie. However, we were engaged, and I thought we were going to spend the rest of our lives together, which, thank God, for her sake, we didn't, because I was a dipshit. She ended up breaking up with me, and I thought that my life was over. My life was over. Spent all this money on the ring, and we had all these plans, and we were going to do all these things in life, and we ended up breaking up, and it was very sudden. I give her credit for as long as she stayed, but when she left, I just plummeted. Straight down shit. Now I walk into the house, and let me see if I can explain this correctly. I walk into the house after work one day, and it looks like I've been robbed. There is nothing in the house, except for the couch. The couch and like 7 movies. My TV's on the floor, all the food's out of the fridge, the lights are off, right? I had it coming. So after I made a few calls, got the lights turned back on, I went and got myself some Subway, delivered next to Subway. Now that I'm single, I can eat Subway every day. I'm newly single. I try to let this soak in, but I can't, because I'm devastated, right? After a breakup, nobody's happy for the most part. After a breakup, I was just, oh man, this is the worst part of my life. And this is after, at 27, this is after I'd already tried killing myself. This is after I'd already conquered addiction a number of times. This is after all these other things that have already happened in my life that I've told these stories. Now, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced. I couldn't believe it. So I did what any single guy just got dumped was going to do. I went into my liquor cabinet and I drank until I couldn't see. Now I'm sitting at home with my lights on the couch, watching my TV on the floor with my 1 movie or 2 movies that I had. I decided this isn't going to work. I need to play some video games. I got to get my frustration out. I got to kill something. So I started playing Call of Duty, and I'm drinking. And I'm playing Call of Duty, and I'm drinking. And about midnight or 1 o'clock, I realized that I am too drunk to play video games because I can't keep my head up. My eyes are all the way to the top of my head, and I'm trying to... Okay. And I say, you know what? It's time for me to go to bed. Now that I'm single, I got to start making my own rules. I don't have someone to tell me when to go to bed. I need to figure it out on my own. Okay, all right. Because apparently I'm a child and I'm in a relationship. In my head, I go, you know what? I need to go check my email first because what if Melissa emailed me? Now, mind you, she hadn't responded to my calls, my voicemails, my texts. She hasn't responded to me talking to my friends to try to get her to talk to me. She hasn't responded to Facebook Messenger or me writing on her wall. So in my head, obviously she emailed me. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to talk to this guy? And clearly I want to talk to her, so she must have emailed me. So I go downstairs and I get on my computer. And from that point, the alcohol really kicks in. I don't remember a whole lot, except for I woke up about 9 a.m. in my computer chair, feeling like somebody has punched me in the fucking face. I can't hardly breathe because I am so hungover. I end up throwing up in the garbage can next to the computer, so I go upstairs, do my dry heaving and my aspirin taking and my water taking. When I'm hungover, I have to eat. I have to eat. I am like a Hoover when I'm hungover. So I go to Subway, where I went the day before, and I walk in and I go, hey, I need like 7-foot-long subs because I'm fucking starving and I'm gonna die if I don't eat. So I get my food, I go to pay, I pull my card out, my check card out. No, declined. Obviously something's wrong here. Try it again. Declined. Now mind you, I've got like $30 worth of food. Declined. I had no cash. I have no other cards. I'm still learning how to do this financial thing because she took care of all the bill paying. Kind of goes into that why I was a terrible partner. She did everything. Obviously something's wrong. I have money. I'm employed full time and I have at least that money to pay for this. Okay, I'm sorry. Obviously I can't pay for it. I'll go home. So I go home and I check my bank account online. I am $100 in the hole. I'm negative $100 on my bank account. How the fuck did that happen? Because yesterday I had like $500 and I don't know where it all went. So I'm scrolling through because it tells you where the money goes. And so I scroll through and I say, all right, there's this generic ass company, generic ass name, like company from New York. It's like the name of the company or some shit. It's super generic. So I look them up. All right, I get a phone number, and I call them. I'm pissed. I'm livid that somebody fucked with my hangover. Right? No, fuck with this guy. I just got dumped yesterday. Now my fucking ID gets taken. Somebody takes all my money. This is the worst 2 days of my life. I call them. Ring. Lady picks up, she goes, hello? I said, hey, you listen to me. You listen to me. You took all my fucking money. She's like, okay. I go, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. I didn't give you my money. You took my money. I want to know how you took my money. I want to know who took my money. Obviously somebody got a hold of my ID, my numbers, or whatever. Took my shit, identity theft. I've heard about it. This sucks. This sucks. I want my money back. Give me my money back. She goes, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go over a few things. She goes, is your name Andrew Michael? I go, well, fucking obviously my name's Andrew Michael. Somebody stole my check card number. You got my name, you got my numbers. Of course you're gonna know my name. She goes, okay, hold on. She goes, is your birthday in September? I said, yeah, it sure is. All right, apparently they got more of my identity than I thought. Yeah, my birthday is in September. She goes, is your phone number, whatever the fuck it was? I go, yeah, obviously I'm calling you from it. That's the only thing that works anymore. And if you don't get my money back, the lights are gonna get turned back off. He goes, all right. Is your social security number, whatever. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Yeah, it is. Holy shit. I said, yeah, this is ridiculous. She goes, yeah, somebody ordered $600 worth of something. I said, well, what do you guys sell? She goes, well, we sell a lot of things. We're kind of a parent company. We sell all kinds of shit. Let me get into it here. And we'll look. Tiki, 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 tiki. She's listening. She's looking. She goes, Mr. Michael? I go, yeah. She goes, well, I found your order. I said, hey, not my order. Not my order. You found a order. Not my order. She goes, well, somebody last night, about 1:30 a.m., your time, ordered $600 worth of Extenze.
Still got some?
$600 worth of Extenze. And as soon as she said that, it all came back to me. Scrolling through the computer, no emails. However, because I'm single and I got all kinds of time now, I was checking my spam email. I saw the spam email for Extenze. I saw the limited sale. If you purchase now, you get a free month. And I remember thinking in my head, I am single now. I better maximize whatever assets I do have. Click, click, click. Ticky, ticky, ticky. Here's all my fucking money. Now I can't pay rent or buy Subway or anything. And I go, well, that sucks. I was really drunk. I need my money back. And she's like, okay, that'll take 5 to 7 business weeks for us to refund your money. Well, you're fucking kidding. What if I just took the pills? She's like, that's 7 to 10 days. You can mail me dick pills in 7 days, but you can't send me a check? She's like, well, there's a process. I said, all right. Fuck it, send me the pills. I'll take them. I'll take the pills. So she ships them. I get them. And they're these fucking horse pills. They're like this big. Now, in the interim, I have started talking to another fine young lady who ended up becoming my next girlfriend. I couldn't let her know that I was taking pills for that. I mean, I'm like, I have some class. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, all right, you're going to see it. You know, it's not classy, so I'm going to show it to her on the first date. But you're going to see it on Wednesday, so, and I don't want you to. All right, so what I did is I went to the store and I bought 3 of those big bottles of vitamins. And I dumped them all out. And then I put the Extenze in there, these big-ass neon blue pills. Now, one of the things that they send you when they send you these pills is they give you these instructions. And I have exercises that you have to do while you're taking these pills. And one of them is called milking the snake. No shit, I am not kidding. You can look it up. It's called milking the snake. And what you have to do is you take the pill, you take it 4 times a day. It turns your shit rock hard, by the way. You take these pills 4 times a day, and then you get into the shower. And you have to, from the base, stretch it up, and rub it. And then let it fall. Stretch it up. Let it fall. 15 minutes in the shower, every day. Now, as I'm a certain guy, I thought the masturbating would be a lot of fun. But now that I had to do it, it was different. It's like, when I go home and I vacuum on my own or do the dishes on my own, I feel really good about it. When Ellie Mae tells me to vacuum or do the dishes, it's not as much fun. So, and that's exactly the case here. So, for 9 months, I had to massage this thing. Because there's no fucking way I'm spending $600 on dick pills and not getting every single, like, millimeter that I can out of this. Now, fast forward, past that 9 months, and my 3 huge bottles of vitamins. It didn't work. Believe it or not. I don't know about Jimmy Johnson, but it didn't work for me. So, he's a lying motherfucker, but he's also old, so I don't know what his saggy balls look like, so maybe it's a thing for old people. I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with old people or saggy balls. We do. We sure do. CSB loves saggy balls. No. So this this story, right? This thing that happened. Someone in our troop, their father ended up in a hospital, and it's just been really tough for them. And Ellie Mae and I were sitting around and we're talking about how you have to take things into perspective and you have to be relative with your experience. We thought at the time, the same time that this person's father ended up in a hospital with an issue, Ellie Mae and I, we thought that we were having a tough time because there isn't quite enough money to go around, is there ever? Kids got Christmas coming up. Like, we were starting to kind of get down on ourselves, and this is a tough time. And then we heard that somebody else is in the hospital. Holy fuck, that'll put things into perspective really quickly. And then, not too long ago, two very close friends of ours from the Appleton area tried to kill themselves. Like the next day. Now what? What do I have to base my bitching on? I don't make enough money that I can't spend $1,000 on the kids? Some of our best friends tried to kill themselves. They tried to kill themselves. That is the worst. It drove home how serious this is. So, I'm going to tell you stories. Somebody else will talk to you, tell you something else. They will try to make you feel good in their own way. The point here is, we do love you. Please don't ever think that there isn't a resort or any avenue to take or someone to talk to. Please don't ever think that. That is the worst thing that could happen. The only choice in my mind is to continue going on, because the alternative is to not keep going on, and that's not okay. That's not okay. Thank God that our friends from Appleton are okay now. They're seeking help. We love them, and they're not here tonight. They're taking care of themselves, but we love them. We love you. Please, please, please love each other. All right? Give yourselves a round of applause. I love you guys.